Hey there, Denise here on a Saturday afternoon in very warm Los Angeles. And I've been thinking and reading a lot about a couple of things the last couple of days. And I wanted to make sure that you're aware of what you can do to protect yourself and your business and your data. Yesterday, I discovered it was, let's see, World Backup Day. World Backup Day. And yesterday, I discovered it yesterday, so I realized that I had not backed up anything yesterday, but I usually do it on the first of the month. So this is a reminder to you to make sure that you are protecting your important content and data. Some of the things that I back up on a regular basis, even though I have an ongoing backup system, I use Carbonite and it's always backing up on my laptop. One of the things I do, or the things that I back up every month, are my list, my contact list, my email list every month, because that changes. You know, people drop off, people get added, and if anything were to happen to my email service provider, I would be very unhappy if I lost all those contacts. So I export my email list every month. Also, all of your financial data. So your PayPal. You can download your PayPal transactions, your merchant account transactions, your sales from your shopping cart, whatever shopping cart you use. That's all really important to keep backup copies of. Now, even though you might be doing online, you might be using an online accounting system, like I use online QuickBooks, and it automatically gets synced whenever there's transactions, but I also want to make sure that I have backups of all those statements and documents, because you just never know what's going to happen. You know, that's just this fact. It takes like 5 minutes to go through and run the reports and then download them to, you know, your bookkeeping file. Also, of course, bank statements and credit card statements. So those are the things that I recommend that you back up on a regular basis, at least once a month. For me, I have a recurring to-do item on the first of the month, and that's when I go and do everything from the previous month. So I would be very interested to know if you are also backing things up and what systems you use. Again, I use an automated backup system. A third-party tool backs up to the cloud. I use Carbonite, but I know there's a lot of other ones that you can use as well. Then the other thing that's really become quite a hot topic lately is security. I just had this conversation a few minutes ago with a friend who got tricked into clicking a link on a spoofed Facebook page. Well, I almost had that happen to me too. A client's husband, you know, I was getting these messages from him, and since we've had communication in the past about my client's book and stuff, you know, it didn't seem odd, except that what he was saying was kind of weird, and so I sent an email saying, "Is this you?" Because it doesn't sound like you, and sure enough, his account had been spoofed. So you want to be careful about that stuff too. You know, if it just doesn't sound right, check the profile. You're going to be able to tell immediately by the profile. They may only have a few friends. Something will probably look off. And if you really aren't sure, please check with the person, like not in Facebook, but go like through some other through some other process to get in touch with them, like email or phone call. The other thing is that now that the government has sold our internet data to the you know, all big internet providers, it's probably a good idea to take some precautions to protect your computer and your smartphone. So I've been reading some articles, which I'm going to I'm going to post the links to in the comments underneath this as soon as I'm finished. But two things. One thing that I recommend and that I've been reading a lot about is installing a VPN, or virtual private network, on your computer and on your phone. I use Viper VPN, VYPER VPN. I have it on my smartphone and I have it on my computer. And what it does is it reroutes your information, so it cloaks your browsing history, and it cloaks where you're actually using your devices from. It's more complicated than that, but that's what I know about it. I don't understand all the techie stuff around it. I just know to do it. The other thing that I recommend is using a secure messaging service. So I've recently switched over to Signal for my SMS, my texting. It's considered the most secure SMS service. They also provide encryption for WhatsApp, so if you're using WhatsApp, that's probably good enough too. But Signal is even more secure than that. They encrypt everything end to end. And again, I don't understand what that all means, except that I know that it's more secure. So again, I'm using that on my phone to make sure that any texting, not that I think I'm going to do anything, like my intention is not to do it, break any laws or do anything illegal, but it's nobody's business who I'm texting and what I'm saying, So I don't need everybody, having access to be able to sell that information, which is precisely what's happening with the internet service providers once they get access to all of our browsing history. And of course, the other thing is to make sure that you use complex passwords and change them. I've read something change every 2 weeks. I don't change them that often, but about once a quarter I will change them, especially on banking, anything like that. So those are my tips for this Saturday. So yesterday was World Backup Day. If you have some time this weekend, make sure to back up all your data, all your important data, and check out Signal and look up virtual VPN or virtual private networks, VPNs. And again, I'll post articles to links to the articles that I've been reading about this, and then you can do your own research and make up your own mind. And if you have any questions, I'll post them in the comments, and I'll do my best to answer them, or I'll send you someplace to find the answer. Anyway, hope you're having a great Saturday, and that the rest of your weekend is equally fantastic. Take care. Have an adventurous day.